Brian Chidester. Mr. Chidester, you're stepping up to represent yourself. If you're stepping up to represent the union, then I think that you need to have the discussion with Mr.
A bit troubling if you do not want to hear from the BWEA and
I didn't say that, Mr. Chidester.
That is the message that I'm getting. I would like to go ahead and read my statement, if I may. Okay. Good evening, I'm Brian Chidester. I am a parent and teacher in the district. I've had a number of students sitting in this room, in fact, and a few, I think, coming in this year. But I'm also the vice president of the Bristol Warren Education Association, and it is in that capacity that I am speaking tonight. The BWEA surveyed our roughly 270 members on the reopening of schools in the 2021-22 school year over 4 days, from August 12th to 15th. So this is very recently. 230 members responded in that time, and here's what we found out. 92% of the respondents are vaccinated, with an additional 5% who are not, and 3% who prefer not to say. This is above the general vaccination rate of 74% for adults in Rhode Island, and well above the reported vaccination rate of 44% for Bristol Warren students in grades 7 through 12. Now, on the question of distance learning, and full virtual learning is a particular thing separate from hybrid. 82% of respondents are opposed to hybrid teaching, wherein a portion of the class is online, while another portion is in person. An additional 14% think it may be unavoidable, even if undesirable, while only 4% are not opposed to the practice. 42% of respondents believe all students and staff should wear masks indoors, which is the current CDC guidance for schools, while another 34% believe only unvaccinated people should be required to wear masks indoors, which was the CDC guidance in general back in the spring. 23% believe masks should be optional for all, and only 1% believe masks should be disallowed in schools. It is worthwhile noting that on the mask question, 76% of respondents effectively believe that all children in grades K through 6 should be masked. The same would not necessarily be true for grades 7 through 12, but as a number of respondents pointed out, trying to enforce a two-tier rule at the secondary level would be a disciplinary nightmare. And honestly, we do not want to have disciplinary issues. As difficult as it would be to differentiate between vaccinated and unvaccinated students in a classroom, and a two-tier system that we set up that would be uncomfortable for students, it would be impossible for teachers to know the status of students in the hallway. Thus, such a rule would effectively be unenforceable, and nothing is worse for schools than unenforceable rules.
Mr. Chidester, we're not negotiating here on what you want and what you don't want, what you believe and what you don't believe.
I'm simply stating what teachers' opinions are.
You heard what I said, and you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Please allow me to finish. Given these results, it is the position of the BWEA leadership that we want to see all students in our classrooms this fall, and we want to do so safely. If safe in-person instruction requires masks and vaccinations for the time being, then we're in favor of it. Given our own high rate of vaccination, we do not see the need for a mandate on that account, but we want to strongly encourage parents to get your eligible children vaccinated, and please send them to school with masks. Your cooperation on these matters will allow us to deliver education to your children safely and in person. Thank you.